Last time on Corpse Party Blood Drive. Oh no! Whenever your time comes to a close, let's all meet up again, okay? Oh, justice for Sayaka finally happened! I really don't want to die. I guess the fact I don't want to die means I lived a truly happy life. Thank you for killing me. I'm going to die now, goodbye! Ah! Bam! Why? Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to Corpse Party Blood Drive. So, last time, while trying to get out of the school, Miss Kuon sacrificed herself to save everyone else because apparently she had been able to calculate exactly when she was going to die, which is fucking crazy, and used the last of her spiritual power to blow up the last pillar and, you know, hopefully save us all. Hashtag justice for Sayaka finally came true. Sayaka was able to appease Haruyuki's spirit. They went to heaven. Aiko's, got to have a nice little cry, which was good. And now we are heading toward, I think, the final battle. What in the fuck? What? Oh no. Oh, I can't go that way. Oh, shh. Oh my god. Yeah, I'ma die. Okay, there's a save. Why was there a save right outside there? But now there's a save in here, too. Weird. I'ma take this. Student ID. Mages Guildmaster Chiyomaru Shikura? Okay. Cannot die. Master of Guild of Surviving Mages. Dwells somewhere in this world. Weird. There was a single white door in the back of the crystal-filled room, along with an enormous red cross. The walls were lined with crucified corpses of what looked like a Martuba investigation team sent in before us. It is ahead. The Book of Shadows spoke again. We made it. Aiko, please turn back. You're certainly persistent. Please, I mean it. If you don't, there's a good chance you're going to get in my way. Oh, Aiko was at a loss for words. Oh no! I'm sorry. I dropped my head to apologize for the sudden outburst. I intended to keep looking out for Aiko, manufacturing an excuse to keep her out of harm's way, but it came across harshly. It worked, however. Aiko hung back, and I stepped through the door on my own. What? Birds! This is odd. Inside was another realm entirely, one in which heaven and earth alike sat in ruins. The sky was a twisted coil of red and black, and the ground, or what was left of it, was little more than a black mass. The floorboards from the school stretched before me, converging into a shining stairway leading up into the unknown. Into the unknown! And high above all else loomed a conspicuous object, shining brightest of all. Is that the Nirvana? Shinozaki! Oh! On another massive floorboards below me were Kishinuma, Mochida, Nakashima, and Magari. Maybe we should have brought Aiko with us just to be like, here, take Aiko! Satoshi, catch her! What? Oh! Yuka and Satsuki were there too, though they were both clearly unconscious. You guys! Are you alright, Shinozaki? What is that? I cracked a slight smile at Mochida's panicked reaction. Just stay alive, you guys. I'm gonna go settle things. Shinozaki, you're not seriously planning on... I'ma kill it! So only the bearer of the book can go on ahead, huh? Don't go dying on me now. I just want to note that we left Aiko alone in a room with a bunch of, like, you know, giant axe people. I feel like we are bad friends. My mind was made up. I was gonna do this, no matter what. I took my first step on, up the staircase. Hey, Shinozaki! Wait! Shinozaki! Class rep! Nakashima addressed me with much effort, as she still seemed to be in tremendous pain. It was, admittedly, some comfort to receive so much support from my friends. Going up the stairs. The stairs faded away behind me. Quite literally. Each one vanishing as soon as I stepped off it, actively rejecting the notion that anyone but the bearer of the book could be here. There's nowhere left to go! I climbed until I hit the top, which left me at the foot of the shining object in the sky. From here on up is... Woo! The last of the steps disappeared, leaving me floating in midair. I clasped my arms around the Book of Shadows. Book, help me float! Compose yourself. Regain your balance. Okay. I can fly! I took the book under my arm and started leveling myself out a bit. Almost immediately, my vision began to blur. It looked like the world around me was melting. It took me a moment to realize that it was actually motion blur due to the extreme rate of speed at which I was flying. Oh, interesting. So, there's a bunch of bad endings associated with this final little section here. So, I'm gonna endeavor to get them all, but it may take me a little time. The shining object was getting closer and closer. That's the queen? I'm really scared, but I'm not going to lose. I've done a lot of hesitating, a lot of running away, and a lot of regretting up until now. But I've always just crawled into my shell whenever things got too intense, convincing myself that I was unimportant in the overall scheme of things. But now I realize that I am walking a different road entirely. I've made up my mind. Watch me, sis. My eyes are open now, and I'm never closing them again. Ow! Ow! What the hell? The following events all happened in rapid succession. The runic letters on my thigh from the blowback at Yoshie Shinozaki's estate began glowing red and spurting blood. As I was observing and confirming this, 4 small blue lights were drawn to me like moths to a flame. Once they were within arm's length, they stopped moving and just hovered. What are they? I had a feeling I already knew the answer. These 4 lights were giving off a gentle, caring, friendly glow. They were the purest and strongest lights I'd ever encountered. I felt more reassured than ever just by looking at them. What are you? In my mind, I could understand them without the need for words. The aura was as inviting as could be.
It's you guys, isn't it?
I began to cry. Yep. I think it's the... I believe... I'm not sure if they ever confirmed it, but I believe it's the souls of the 4 friends that she lost, so... It's Morishige, Mayu, Shinohara, and Miss Yui. Ow! There's no time to lament or mourn, though. The runic letters on my arm began glowing red and spurting blood, just as the ones on my thighs had moments before.
Ow! What the?
Fight it. It's the Nirvana. The Book of Shadows spoke again.
Fight it?
If you die here, you lose your right to bear me. Unbind me and master the dark magic. A, B, C. When the Nirvana addresses you in Furthak, you may answer by pressing the quick time buttons to use Furthak lettering of your own as indicated. Okay. I don't remember this one. Let's try this! Hey, it worked! So for the bad ending, what you have to do is, like, for one of the bad endings, you have to hit her once and then not hit her ever again, which I've hit her once and now not hit her again. Ah, damn it. I'm just waiting for death. Yeah, lose the battle with the queen after you hit her. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna get our first bad ending here. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Wrong end! Yep, that'll do it. Oh, wait. It said I have to lose without landing. Okay, that was apparently wrong end number 2. Okay. Hiya! Oh, I missed that one. And here's the other bad end, where apparently, if I hit her a few times, this happens. Huh? Suddenly I realized my vision had gone completely dark.
Shinozaki?
I turned around at the sound of Suzumoto's voice, and there she was, Mayu Suzumoto, with a warm blue glow.
Yo, Ayumi! We've been watching over you this whole time!
Oh, Seiko. Shinohara, Morishige, and Miss Yui were there too.
You guys, what's going on? Is this a dream? You've done so great, Ayumi. It brought tears to my eyes to see you pick yourself up over and over again, never throwing in the towel.
But isn't it about time now?
Are you all alive?
Shinohara shook her head.
See?
The marks on her neck from the noose that had killed her were still present and accounted for.
We may not be alive, but we're all here, so we thought we'd pop in for a visit. This is black magic that allows someone to spend eternity with the dearly departed here. The land of corpses. Even Yoshie couldn't successfully cast that. You know, I might even be able to hold class here. I never thought I'd be able to cast such a high-level magic spell. Well, as long as I'm here. And you know what Kishinuma did? Isn't that just the funniest thing you ever heard?
Oh, wow. In a dark room, surrounded by skeletal corpses, I stood and spoke with my friends. I was happy and content, and lost myself to this sensation of camaraderie that I'd missed so much. The morning never came. It was perpetual night here, but I barely even noticed. I was ready for this eternal existence with my dear departed friends. Yeah, that's a bad end. Just, yep, that's a bad end. Bad, very bad. Yay, I got her! Okay. So now I have to win the fight, but without any spirits left. I took a look at what the things were, so I know what I'm looking for to win. Okay. Alright, now I just have to not make a mistake. I think I won! I did! Hooray! I awoke to a white expanse stretching out before me and realized I was in midair. It almost seemed like I was above the clouds, looking down on the world below.
What is that?
Finally, the light from the Book of Shadows faded, its power spent. I immediately lost my balance and fell through the sea of clouds, landing with a thump. Well, apparently that's the queen. Before me I saw a young blonde girl sitting in the nude. Just in case... Listen, they censored this already, but just in case, like, I'm just gonna censor it even more. Just in case, because I don't want to get, like, you know, banned on the YouTubes. The entire area was so blindingly bright, though, that I couldn't make out who she was. Clouds clung to the ground even here, giving my surroundings their unearthly glow, pure white, as if this were the aftermath of a blizzard. I could make out new details the longer I focused, and now I noticed that the girl before me had almost translucent blue eyes, with no eyebrows. She was gazing fixedly on me. I could only think of this being as someone who existed beyond all human knowledge. Wow, her fingers are, like, bloody.
Are you the will of the Nirvana?
I addressed her with a fearful break in my voice. But she just continued staring at me in total silence.
Return to this book!
I raised the Book of Shadows, but the girl's expression did not change.
As a descendant of the one who summoned you initially, I'd like to apologize. You were just sleeping, weren't you? Popper, vast intelligere potest?
The girl spoke, but I couldn't understand what she was saying.
I wonder what language that is. Sociam quipe erat in flamma infernalis. Sunt omnia viscera ejus confictor?
The girl stood and began approaching me.
Ah!
I tried to take a step back, but tripped and fell. This is when I noticed my surroundings. The clouds had receded a bit, revealing no snow broth, but a thick forest of half-dead trees. The girl approached me slowly, one step at a time, in an almost rhythmical manner.
Ah.
Her mouth wide open. Ah. Oh my god! Jesus Christ. And a large brand popped out from the back of her throat. Suddenly she was crucified directly in front of me. Blood sprayed everywhere. I was completely drenched. I screamed and tried to move, but my legs had given out. Meanwhile, the Book of Shadows lay on the ground. It was the furthest thing from my mind at the moment. Then, from behind this skewered girl, I caught sight of another girl who looked just like her. Her flaming body hung from a tree. It swung very slightly in place, creaking and groaning with each revolution. Oh, wow. Ego corpus, huh? I could hear accusatory yells in the same foreign language coming from hysterical men and women in the forest.
What is going on?
Oh, I shifted my focus from the burning girl hanging on the tree back to the girl in front of me, and she too now was completely burned. She continued walking toward me little by little, step by painful, deliberate step. And when she reached me, she put her hands around my neck and began to choke me. Thinking quickly, however, I grabbed the girl's arms and pulled her in and gave her the biggest hug I could muster.
I may not understand your words, but your message comes across loud and clear. The screams of agony speaks of a life that was violently cut short. I don't know what exactly happened to you, but I know someone else whose story is probably similar to yours.
The burned girl stopped moving entirely. I guess I'd gotten her attention.
She was always so sad. And even after her life was taken, she still loved her mother dearly. But nobody forgave her. She suffered and suffered, and though all she wanted was for someone to help her, she wound up losing herself, eventually drowning under the weight of her curse.
My eyes began to overflow with tears. I loosened my grip slightly, and the burned girl began to stroke my cheek delicately, yet strangely.
You're right to feel the hatred and rage you do, but this never-ending chain of sorrow needs to be broken by someone. And it may not be an enviable job, but that duty falls upon you.
She continued to stroke my cheek, and then also raised her hand to my eye, stuck out her finger, and jammed it right into my eye socket. Pain shot through me in one incredible wave. From somewhere deep within my head, I could hear the sound of a foreign body squirming around my muscle and tissue. Her finger had directly cut my ophthalmic nerve. Between the intense agony and the deeply disturbing sound, I felt like I was on the verge of insanity. This must be the same pain the girl is feeling. If I can't understand what she went through, I'll never understand her. I won't run away. That decided, I allowed my body to give in to the convulsions that began racking it. I was trying not to consciously focus on the pain, instead focusing on the girl. I felt as if I were mere moments from choking on my own tongue, when the girl's finger finally dug my right eye out of its socket completely. Words could not describe the extreme pain. I cramped up completely and began shivering. The girl then put the sticky eyeball in her palm, displaying it triumphantly in view of my other eye for a moment before squeezing it with every ounce of strength she had. She popped my eye. Not very nice. Still had some elasticity to it, so it expanded in her hand until its length had roughly doubled. but could only take so much, eventually exploding into milky white and red goo. Yet I still refused to show any signs of intimidation. I did not react at all. I waited until the girl's eyes met mine, then flashed her a soft smile. She looked genuinely puzzled. And then she threw herself at me and our lips met. Oh, wow.
Solitarius.
I hugged her once more in spite of my trembling arms. A huge shock wave shook the air, transforming into light and shattering around me. When the light settled, I was standing at the top of those mystic red stairs, which had now reformed and stretched down below me to the remnants of Heavenly Host. And this is the bad ending, by the way. This is not what happens in the good ending. I held my gored out right eye socket in my right hand and the Book of Shadows in my left.
Somehow or another, I was able to return the core. I did it, sis.
Oh no! I sighed again and looked around me. The only distinct visible thing nearby was a large pool of blood, and standing right in the middle of it was a girl wearing the same school uniform as Yuka's. She turned around and looked at me, sobbing uncontrollably. Her eyes were pitch black, and her entire countenance seemed off.
Aren't you? Yeah, from Kisaragi Middle, right? Hey, where's everybody else?
Satsuki licked her lips with the speed of a lizard. Oh no! It was the sort of movement that no ordinary human could possibly accomplish, though it happened so quick I was kind of doubting what I'd just seen.
Was everybody here earlier? Come on, say something. Where did this pool of blood come from?
She ate our friends. That's what happened. I don't know why she ate our friends in this bad ending. I don't know why this happens. There seems to be no explanation for it. It was only after I'd asked that I heard a voice from behind me.
Ayumi Shinosaki. You're... Ah!
Looked like something had bitten off most of Magari's body from the waist down. Flesh was tattered, her organs exposed, and blood absolutely everywhere.
I fucked up. That thing's synapses are shot. Get the hell out of here. What?
I had no idea what she was talking about. Then in a flash... Oh!
Ksha!
Husky's head split open like a blooming flower, and the creature lunged directly at me.
No! Ah!
Just like that, my head was bitten clean off my body, and the rest of me just plopped to the ground. Chewing and crunching sound echoed throughout the empty, otherwise silent space as Satsuki enjoyed her freshly caught meal. Yeah, I don't know why that happens if you run out of spirits. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, so I got back to here. Now we're gonna see, because it was exactly the same. Now we just have to see what happens with the good ending. I hugged her once more, in spite of my trembling arms. Huge shockwave shook the air, transforming into light and shattering around me.
No! Please, no!
Shinozaki! I could hear Kishinuma and the others yelling out in shock, having witnessed everything from the bottom of the stairs. Oh, must have been pretty, terrifying. Aiko was there too, oh thank God. Oh, best girl Aiko's okay. When the light settled, I was standing at the top of those mystical red stairs, which had now reformed and stretched down below me to the remnants of Heavenly Host. I held my gourd out right eye socket in my right hand and the Book of Shadows in my left. I slowly, solemnly descended those stairs of light.
Guys!
Shinozaki, you're okay.
Class rep!
Shinozaki, your eye!
You're injured? I'm alright. It's a small price to pay for helping that girl move on.
The Book of Shadows in my hand had a white sheen on it now. I gave a weak smile and slowly formulated in my mind the exact words I wanted to say.
I'm sorry, everyone. I know I put you through a horrible mess, and no matter how many times I apologize, I know it'll never be enough. What I did is unforgivable. But I won't let you guys get hurt anymore. I'll protect you from here, in this nirvana. What are you saying?
Did something happen, Shinozaki? This doesn't seem like you.
Don't worry. I'm okay. I've just resolved to protect the people I hold dear. For real this time.
Hey, Shinozaki. Kishinuma seemed especially perturbed by this resolution. He must have thought I was on the verge of sacrificing myself for the greater good or something, and rightly so. But the section of the floor where I stood was too high up for Kishinuma or any of the others to reach me. They couldn't stop me. Not anymore. Well, I mean, human ladder.
Shinozaki? I'm a descendant of the Shinozaki family too. So just like Sachiko, I'm going to swallow this nirvana and seal it away. Like Sachiko? You can't possibly... No!
I'd have been too embarrassed to look my friends in the eye. Ha ha! Eye! Ow, that must hurt. While informing them of this, but I knew what I had to do now. It was my last chance. I looked up at them, cheeks a little red. I mean, you're looking down, but either way.
I guess this is goodbye.
I giggled as playfully as I could. Enough with the bullshit, Shinozaki! You've been through enough already! Don't do this! Kishinuma was downright hysterical. Of course, he's in love with you. But I still kept the same bright smile on my face. I wouldn't let go of it, no matter what.
It's not all bad, you know. I saw in Yoshie's memories. Before Heavenly Host was made, when Sachiko sealed away the nirvana, the person who was created for, whose existence had been erased, was able to get it back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
His existence, you mean? I might be able to do the same for Shinohara and Suzumoto and Morishige and Miss Yui. I might be able to at least put everyone's memories of them back where they belong.
Shinozaki.
I'm happy. I'll have to say goodbye, but at least I'll still remain in everyone's thoughts. I'll still exist. And that's a pretty good deal in the end.
Shinozaki!
It's just too sad of a fate to be erased by the nirvana. Shinohara, Suzumoto, Morishige, and Miss Yui.
Is this really what you want? You need to stop thinking about other people and start thinking about yourself for a change! My facade had finally cracked. A single tear rolled down my cheek. Then another, and another. And with impeccable timing, the Book of Shadows spoke, striking me while I was down. Unfortunately, there's no saving you. Controlling such dark magic requires equal compensation.
Your spirit energy is no match for Sachiko's. So your very existence itself will be taken as payment.
The hell?
Those who come into direct contact with the Nirvana must accept the consequences of their actions. Those who alter the fabric of existence, doubly so. All memories of you will be forfeit. You will be remembered by none. Everything connected to your identity will be excised from reality. Choose wisely.
Shinosaki.
Hey, this is no joke. You won't exist anymore. Choosing that for yourself willingly is just asinine.
Kishinuma. For a split second, I let my true feelings show, but then immediately forced a smile again. Yeah, I think that by this point in the series, which isn't really all that long, but I mean, like, I think she obviously realized how much he cared about her, and because of that, she came to care about him in the same way, but it was already too late by that time.
But if everyone's lives can go back to normal?
So fucking what? You don't get it at all! You need to stop this, Shinosaki. Isn't there any other way?
Yeah, class rep. I don't want to lose you or anyone else. I'm through with people vanishing from my life, so please, just stop. Don't do this. Black magic does come with a price, and even I don't want a future without you. I absolutely cannot agree with this course of action. Thank you for all your kind words, but this is something somebody has to do, and that somebody's going to be me. You could always keep the Nirvana intact and remain as its jailer instead. Are you certain the path you've chosen is the one you wish to walk? I won't leave this problem for the next generation to deal with. That just wouldn't be right. It wouldn't. Then I shall accompany you. But can a normal human like yourself truly consume this expanded nirvana? I just have to swallow it all, right? I can handle that.
I shoved a piece of flesh from the wall of Heavenly Host. Shaved, okay. I shaved a piece of flesh from the wall of Heavenly Host, fully prepared to illustrate this point. Without thinking too hard about what I was doing, ignoring every impulse of my body, I shoved the fetid meat into my mouth, chewed it, and gulped it down. My face wrapped in horror as I felt the morsel slide its way down my throat. May as well have swallowed fire. It somehow triggered my back to pop open slightly and begin spurting blood. Oh God! The bits of flesh I was unable to stomach were then quickly and rather ungracefully regurgitated onto the floor.
Everyone get out! Hurry! There's a hole leading back to the real world at the school's entrance.
I then picked up the flesh I'd spit out and tried to cram it back into my mouth. I was determined to keep it down. Would have been a lot easier if it hadn't been glaring at me from my hands, however. Oh God! Wait, stop! Just stop! I turned to face Kishinuma, who was practically begging me not to go through with this. And it's not like I wanted to. I just had to. Stop this, please. We don't want you to disappear from our lives. Not without a fight! I smiled. The sentiment was truly heartwarming.
You always did look out for me. Don't think I didn't notice. Even if you forget I exist, I'll never forget you, Kishinuma.
Kishinuma's eyes swelled up with tears.
When you patted me on the head, it made me really happy.
I smiled again, even while tears were streaming down my face. This time, after swallowing the meat, blood began spurting from my head. I don't even know if this is working! It seems like she's just bleeding herself to death! Yet finally, my actions seemed to be having an effect, as the wall in front of me began to fizzle away into a blood-red mist, ultimately vanishing before my eyes. Stop. Stop doing that! God damn it all! Kishinuma collapsed to his knees. Another shockwave rocked the whole of the dimension. It was so enormous that the ceiling fell in, and the nearby wall began to crack. Whatever rickety parts of the school were left had begun crumbling around us.
You're really something, Ayumi Shinozaki. Let's get out of here while we still can. Come on, get up! Do you want her death to be in vain? It's not like we can stop her either way, not from here. Let her do what she feels she has to. She's the successor to Sachiko's bloodline. It's her right. Class rep!
I'll never forget you, Shinozaki. No matter what!
Big brother? And Satsuki? You're okay?
Yeah. The Satsuki's still out cold.
Get your asses moving! Do you want to be eaten alive along with the Nirvana? I'll leave you behind if I have to.
Yoshiki, let's go. Oh, man. Before he left the area, Kishinuma looked back one last time. But I was out of sight by that point. Oh boy! Keeps looking back. We carefully but swiftly made our way through the rubble of the former bell tower. Along the way, Yoshiki paused for a moment to look up at the stars and caught a glimpse of Mizuto's clothes. Those are... So he died too, huh? It was only a moment's distraction, however. Yoshiki, like the rest of us, very quickly continued on his way. Where's Magari? I mean, I know she survives, but... Yuka!
Big brother, I'm scared!
It's just a little further. We can make it!
But we have to hurry!
Yoshiki got up to follow, but instead just stood there. He wouldn't take a single step.
Kishinuma? What's wrong?
Ayumi, still on my back, saw Yoshiki's motionless form and knew something wasn't quite right. Is she just gonna be erased from all our minds?
Huh?
What's gonna happen when she eats the entire Nirvana? Will the world actually be able to go back to normal? He seemed to be caught in the middle of a loop of doubt. He was trying to work through something in his head, but didn't seem ready to move again until he'd succeeded. Yoshiki, what are you doing if we don't hurry? Right now, she's in there. She's inside the Nirvana. Yoshiki, wait! He turned his back toward the ruins of Heavenly Host and run off. You guys get the hell out of here! And just like that, he was gone. Fallen rubble blocking us off from the passageway he darted into. God, no!
Yoshiki!
Try as we might, there was no pursuing him. He made his choice, and there was nothing we could do to change things now.
We have no choice. We have to go, now!
School began to shake even more violently.
Yoshiki, Shinozaki.
Not only was it shaking, but creaking and groaning as well. School was definitely not going to stay intact for much longer at all. The red and black sky began to get sucked into Heavenly Host, like smoke into an exhaust vent, with the beautiful, clear night scenery of the real world peeking out from behind it. And slowly, the blue sky of the day crept into view, ousting both the moon and the horrors of the Nirvana alike. Oh wow. The 6 pillars disappeared from the earth, leaving only giant craters in their wake. Well, that's, I mean, like, it sounds like a lot of people died, but I mean, it would have been even more. The rising sun shone upon the death-ridden world, serving as a beacon of light and hope for the people who'd suffered beneath what could have been, and for a time was, an endless night.
In a place that exists outside of this world. A curse built upon darkness and sorrow swept through like a river, overflowing its banks into the valley below. But the flood was dammed through the blood sacrifice of a truly benevolent girl, whose very existence was lost in the process. The fate to die cannot be overturned.
But wait, we still remember her, don't we?
But the former existence of your sadly departed friends has been restored to this reality. Their memories, their achievements. From that, however, a new sorrow floods the world, and the healing process begins anew. The baton of Guardian has been passed down from one generation to the next. And somewhere in this world, I'm certain she must still be bearing it, protecting us all from deep under cover of night.
So they faded from existence, while everyone else, at the very least, even though their friends died, they didn't cease to exist.
She's been erased from our memories, however, so wherever she is, there can never truly be any communication between us again. But in this future where countless worlds and fates have merged, Natsumi.
Oh, that's her mother! Oh, that's Naomi's mother! Oh. I was like, who's Natsumi? I don't know.
Naomi, food's ready. Coming!
With a sigh of relief, Nakashima stood up and left her room. Next to the photo of her classmates, another photo stood on the desk, taken at Mochida's house.
I'm certain we'll meet her again. Hold the pride of the protector of power in your heart.
Wow. Shit. Corpse Party Blood Drive! This was a pretty damn good game. I know that some people didn't really like it because, you know, like, it did retcon and change some things. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not happy. Like, I still think Yuki should have had an actual role in the game. Basically, she got erased from, like, the game entirely, which sucks. I still think it should have been her that overtook the Nirvana instead of the unborn twin of Sachiko, Sachi. I mean, Jesus. But I will say, I have definitely enjoyed the game and, like, where it went and everything. Plus, like I said, best girl Aiko's in this game, and I love her. I'm just thinking now, like, from that picture there, Magari definitely left that Azusa girl behind. Although I'm a little confused. I thought that in the EX chapters we would learn who Azusa was, but we didn't. We just never did, which is odd. Sachi was just creepy, man. Like I said, I still think it should have been Yuki. Would have been so much more thematically better. Oh, and it's not quite over yet. There's a little bit more. Not much, but a little. But there is like an extra little scene here. Oh, and here I sat in my own house, in Hinoue's room. In the corner, in a wheelchair, expressionless and empty, with the Book of Shadows on my lap. Basically, she's the protector of the Book of Shadows, because, like, she completely sealed away the Nirvana, sacrificed, like, everything, basically. My guess is, like, her body is still technically alive, but her soul is gone. Or at the very least, her soul is, like, sealed within the book itself, keeping it, you know, under control. I'm not 100% certain, honestly. Like, this is, like, the last time we see her. Although she does appear in Corpse Party 2, just briefly at the very beginning. There was no fire in my eyes. No life. I just sat and stared at a single point in front of me. Book of Shadows can make everybody happy. The reflection staring back from the mirror wasn't me. It was Sachi, the girl in black. Sachi's eyes were covering her bangs. Her expression was impossible to read. She was unmoving, unreadable, untenable, just a reflection of me. We'll protect everyone, best as I, even if it's by myself. So yeah, she is sealing away the Nirvana, so I guess that she isn't completely gone. Her soul is probably just buried deep down in, and, you know, that was the price she had to pay in order to seal it away. And it seems as though Sachi is not happy about being sealed away. The Book of Shadows in my hand darted its eyes around frantically, its tongue dangling limply outside the frame of the tome itself. The house sat in silence for a moment. And then the doorbell rang again. The reflection in the mirror was no longer Sachi, it was just Ayumi. Just me. The Book of Shadows reverted too, showing itself once more as a plain, ordinary, Entirely standard leather-bound book. The blue white stones were tossed up into the air, where they danced a bit before tumbling back down. Oh, I get it! Yoshiki used the after stones to go where she was. So his existence technically was still erased, but he gets to be with her. I could easily catch them with one hand. There he is! There's our boy! I looked up at the White House in front of me and smiled a toothy grin. And held on to those stones tightly, for they were my precious ever after stones. He got them from Mizuto's corpse! Finally, I found it! Okay, that's pretty nice. And like, we actually do see that he was taking care of Shinozaki in Corpse Party 2, which, like I said, once I finish all this up, I played that on stream, and I will post that once I finish this up. EX Chapter 7 has been unlocked! Hooray! That is the end of the main story of Corpse Party Blood Drive. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was good. It was good. This episode's gonna run a little long because, of course, we watched the ending and everything, but I know you guys will enjoy it. And next time, it looks like, yep, Chapter 7, the EX Chapter 7, and then EX Chapter 8. I'm honestly, just like with the other ones, I'm not sure how long or short they are, but either way, since this, like, here's the thing. If they turn out to be like super short, I'll just tack them on the end and you'll see them here. If not, then of course we'll do a whole nother episode for them. So thanks again, everybody, and as always, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe it if you're not already, ring that bell for all them notifications and until next time, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, beautiful viewers. Hey there! If you enjoyed this video, why don't you consider subscribing to my Patreon so I can keep making awesome videos like the one you just saw. The link will be in the description below, and as always, have yourselves a beautiful, beautiful day.